Hi friends, I'm Jamila, and welcome to the Venus Experiment channel. So today is Tuesday, January 15th, and we have a grounded, practical, earthy Taurus moon today that is harmonizing with this huge pack of Capricorn, this heavy energy that we are all in the midst of, this Capricorn solar eclipse last week. We are all processing so much about our structures, what is serving us and what isn't, and this great rebuild, great cosmic rebuild and remodel of all the structures. So the moon in Taurus is holding hands with all of this energy and helping it in this trine of earth, double yin energy today. It's all about that receptivity, going inward and down and connecting with the earth, being very practical. And Taurus moon earth is such a different type of than Capricorn earth. Capricorn earth is going somewhere, cardinal earth, initiating, building, going, and Taurus is fixed earth. So we settle in to the earth and enjoy it, luxuriate in it with Taurus moon. Relax. Taurus moon really just wants to relax and find that peace inside. And so we get grounded and practical, and today we connect in to how are our earthly belongings, our stuff of life, how are they supporting us? And how are we supporting them? So it's this mutual exchange today of the stuff of life and caring for the stuff in our life and rebuilding and also taking care of the stuff of life ourselves, our bodies, and connecting into this practical 3D reality. That is what's happening today. And we manifest with double earth. We are doing stuff. We are manifesting, and Taurus moon is helping us finish. So finish things. We're not initiating, we're finishing with Taurus moon. So it's a very harmonious day, taking a look at the practical 3D reality. And we are building towards this eclipse, and we are getting close. Do you feel it coming? I feel it coming. So let's talk about the eclipse. It's coming Sunday night, 9:15 p.m. Pacific time exact. The sun and moon will be opposing, and it's at the magical 0 degrees of Leo. So break out your charts and look for where Leo is, and then find 0 degrees Leo, and that is where this big shift is coming. And I know I keep talking about the shifts and the changes, but that is because there are a lot of shifts and changes happening. That is what's happening in the sky. So, and speaking of shifts and changes, this eclipse is squaring Uranus. So if you've heard me talking about Uranus, that is the shift and the change. So it's happening, and it's a square, so it's a little, there's some friction here. So the sun's going to move into Aquarius, 0 degrees Aquarius, Sunday morning, and then Sunday night, the moon will move into Leo, out of emotional Cancer all day, and into Leo, and then the moon, it will be eclipsed by the earth. We're going to come in the middle of it, and there will be no light of the moon. The moon turns red, right? So how do we interpret that psychologically, personally, and for all of us in the global village, especially with the sun at 0 degrees Aquarius? Well, this moon is going to be conjunct the North Node in Cancer. It's just 4 degrees apart, even though it's in a different sign. So that is where it's guiding us. The North Node is the head of the dragon. So we are eating up Leo. We want this Leo energy. We want to connect to our hearts. Leo is the heart. Leo is the sun. And in the moon represents our emotions and our feelings. So our feelings will be with our heart, shining the sunshine of Leo in the heart. And speaking of shining, there won't be. That's why eclipses are such a wild energy. There won't be any shining for this eclipse except shining the red shadow of the earth on the moon. So what that means is that we lose the light of the moon. So we lose our connection with the moon just temporarily, which is why it is such a weird experience, right? So we lose consciousness with our emotions, and in this emptiness, something new comes. Something brand new, this vortex of this lunar eclipse. Something opens up and something entirely new is brought in. And it's going to be at 0 degrees Leo in your chart and in all of us, which means our hearts. So something is being removed out of our hearts, our emotions, for something new to begin. Some new ray of light, some sunshine in our hearts is going to be revealed, and that's in the next 6 months. So a lunar eclipse or any eclipse, you feel the effects for the next 6 months. It's not on this day. You won't really even feel that much on an eclipse. It just feels quiet and eerie and what's happening? So we want to tune into ourselves and really hear our hearts and listen to whatever is being released and whatever is coming. And it's a whole new road for us the next 6 months. The head of the dragon, the north node, is conjunct the moon in Leo. So we get a great big ray of light shining or removed from our hearts, and then something else is brought in. So eclipses have this wild energy because something entirely new is brought in. They initiate change, big change. And that's why people get scared about eclipses. It's change, right? Well, this eclipse is squaring Uranus, which is the planet of change. So here we go. This is a big change. This is that big old shift that I've been talking about. We won't feel it on this day. Maybe we will feel a little bit anxious. The sun's going to square Uranus, and we shift our identity. There's some friction with this energy. Uranus is asking us to change, to be that change in the world that we want to see with Uranus and Aries. And it's squaring the moon in Leo, but the moon is also in a fire sign. So Uranus in fiery Aries at the end of Aries, and moon fiery Leo at the beginning of Leo. So it's a fiery shift happening in our hearts, in our spirits, in our spiritual centers. And Venus is trining Mars for this eclipse. Venus and Jupiter are squaring Neptune for this eclipse. There's so much going on, and it's a huge change for all of us. So with this Uranian energy involved in this eclipse, we want to calm the nervous system and relax and take deep breaths and remember that with all this change going on, that it's such a fine line between fear and excitement. So remember, this is exciting. It can be exciting, and it can be scary, and that depends on our mental perceptions, which is totally up right now because Jupiter squaring Neptune is exact, which is we are asking so many questions. Our whole beliefs about life are being questioned, and asking a zillion questions as we expand spiritually. The two religious spiritual planets squaring each other, asking us to grow bigger in our minds, in our belief systems, and to question everything right now. So, Venus is trining Mars, though, in this eclipse, in fire signs, 10 degrees of fire, Sag and Aries. So this harmonious balance between the masculine and the feminine, or let's not go there. I don't want to think about genitals with this. Everybody thinks masculine and feminine, then they think of body parts. So that magnetic, receptive energy of Venus is harmonizing with that electric and assertive energy of Mars. And what do we get when they harmonize with each other? Something new is birthed. It's like a baby is being born with this. it's creative energy, Venus trining Mars. They're making something here in fire. So what are we birthing? What are we birthing? Well, it's important that we let go of all the structures that aren't serving us right now. That's what's happening. That's what we're in the middle of with this solar eclipse in Capricorn, breaking down all the structures that no longer serve us. It's a really intense period. So we're doing great. We're hanging in there and we're moving forward. And it's all about surrender here. Surrender to this change because it's happening. So let's be excited about the change. Or if we're in our fear, then we face the fear and learn from it. Okay, wow, that was way too long, but that's all about this eclipse. So we can start thinking about it. Break out your charts. Okay, have a beautiful Taurus moon day, taking care of your stuff. Bye.